Hello, dear viewer. When I first started to take this YouTube thing seriously, I always felt more than a little self-conscious at my lack of story times. Meaning, I didn't have any high school horror stories, or the day I got stabbed, not clickbait, or my nightmare roommate stories. I've got nothing. My life has been pretty unremarkable. I wasn't even harshly bullied in school. Looking back, I think the worst thing a bully did to me was show half the school our private DMs. It's not as bad as it sounds. To spare myself the full embarrassment, I'll summarize by saying she basically cornered me into telling her who I had a crush on. Real 12-year-old stuff. I didn't want to lie. I'm an honest person, unfortunately. So I told her. Y'all ever, hear of the show Transformers Armada? It's a Japanese show that was, like, the head of the Unicron trilogy. I found it years after it aired, and I still watch it to this day. I had a crush on Cyclonus. You know, the crazy helicopter. It's so funny. I told her that I had a crush on this fictitious character from a Transformers show. A fake robot. And she asked, deadass, so do you guys flirt? Like, she couldn't wrap her head around it. The very next morning, I get to school, and while I'm eating breakfast, she's at the table showing quite literally everyone the screenshots she took of our not-so-private messages before I even had the chance to tell her, no, please don't do that. I was already ostracized for being not feminine enough for their standards. Now I had that on my record and was teased for it for the rest of the year. And I really didn't need that. I was 12. I had other shit that needed my attention. Why were they all picking on me? My only guess is my middle and junior high school was in like a hip town. So if you were even slightly alt, you were picked out. I was quite literally the only emo nerd, while all the other girls were preppy. Just goes to show how conformative they all were if I was the weirdest person. In comparison to the rest of the internet, having crushes on fictitious characters and imagining them dating your OCs is well within the norm. Sure, some people still shout cringe whenever you have a self-insert, but that's just because they're jealous. Oh, as if you've never found anyone in movies or cartoons attractive, Miss I Heart Troy or Team Jacob? You all wish you had the guts to draw and post anything about a character dating your clearly self-insert OC and going on adventures. So go ahead. Point and laugh to hide the tears of your low self-esteem. Enjoy your sad, even in fiction, single life. Man, what the fuck was I even... Oh yeah, it's okay to not have any interesting stories in your life. It is no bad thing to celebrate a simple life. You know who said that? J.R.R. Tolkien. You know, the writer of the Lord of the Rings books that kicked off one of the world's biggest franchises? Granted, Tolkien literally fought in World War I and by no means led a simple life, but my point is, no matter how average or dull we think our lives may be, they are still colorful and wondrous because they are uniquely ours. Regardless of how many shared experiences we have, not one person sees things the same way. I just shared a story about how my DMs got leaked, and sure, it was just cringy teenage angst, but how many of us were made fun of for being different? Literally all of us. That's my real point here. Half the fun of sharing my experiences, artistic or IRL, is reading the plethora of comments saying, oh my god, same, I knew I wasn't the only one who felt this way. Those comments are truly special to me. They make me feel less alone, and less crazy. What about you guys? Do you like hearing you've had a unique experience, or are you more like me? Man, if being teased in school was the weirdest thing to happen to me, I need to step up my storytelling game. Bullshit! You were literally attacked by a rooster, lived with foster kids for 11 plus years, and traveled to freaking Israel! Weirder shit has happened! Well, I guess there was that one time my wisdom teeth got pulled and a car exploded.